Hello guys of United Rock Nations. We are an amazing company with the band Avalanche. How are you?
Good. We're great.
Very good.
The first time in France?
Yeah,
First time in Europe for me.
Yes.
Okay. And how is the feeling about
It's on
this
top,
tour?
I feel on top of the world right now. I feel like it's not really happening. It feels like a dream come true.
Yeah. These are the biggest shows we've ever done, so it's very...
Here in Paris?
Yes.
Yesterday was the biggest show in Germany, and after today will be the biggest show here in Paris. Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
And what is the feeling when you are on the big stage with a lot of crowds in front of you?
It's the most nervous I've ever been before a show. I usually don't get too nervous.
Yes.
And man, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a big mixture of nerves, excitement,
Yes.
Energy.
just all of it wrapped up in one. And last night when we played in Cologne, there was a moment where everyone was clapping along to Arm to the Teeth. And I got to admit, it was the most purest joy I've ever felt in my entire life.
Fantastic. So let's talk about the new album, Arm to the Teeth. Exactly.
Yes.
It's 4 years that you recorded the previous one. It's a second-hand band.
Yes.
So when you decided to record a new album?
Well, we'd already done a few EPs previously.
Yes, absolutely.
And
Yes.
a few singles.
And a few singles. We knew we wanted to do a full-length debut.
Exactly.
But we
wanted
didn't want to rush it. We
Yeah.
wanted to take our time.
And we wanted to make sure it was the right moment for,
Yeah.
like, touring-wise, to capitalize the most as we can, because we're just, honestly, a very small band from Sydney. And, yeah, when we did get in contact with Joel and he was pushing us really hard,
Great.
then we knew this was the best moment to do it.
Yeah, we actually started recording it 2 years ago, and we slowly kind of worked on it till then, and we were sitting on it for a little while to, wait for the right time to release it, and then Airborne asked us to join this tour, and we're like, that's it, we're going to release it now. I'm going to release it a day before the tour started, just before Valentine's Day.
Without a record company.
Without a
Yes.
record company. We did have some interest.
We have a
It's out of production.
We have a distributor, MGM in Australia, so they can ship it worldwide, very cheap shipping worldwide, even from Australia. So that's good, but not a label yet.
We did get some interest, but I think ultimately it sort of worked out for the best that we did it on our own to begin with.
Yes.
Do you sell some CDs here at the
Yes,
the
of course. We've got CDs and vinyl. We're almost running out.
We're getting a bit low though, yeah.
We do have, yes.
Okay. So compared to the previous work, what feels different about this new album?
It's honestly, it's the most work we've ever put into something. I don't know about you, but it's the most work I've ever put in personally. It's the most proudest I've ever been of something that I've put down onto a record.
Yeah, it's definitely bigger and better than our previous releases. It's the first time we've worked with a producer as well. We worked with a producer called Steve James.
Yes, exactly, Steve James, yes.
Yeah, he's been nominated for a Grammy. He's worked with Airborne.
Exactly.
He's worked with Sex Pistols. Even he worked on the Monty Python soundtrack.
Did a single for Airborne as well.
And does he play an important role in shaping the sound of the...
Yeah, definitely. He made just the smallest little suggestions, like maybe keep the drums going in this verse, or maybe cut that down, or maybe tune this a little different. Just very small suggestions like that really help shape the song that we couldn't have done otherwise.
It's like we had a jigsaw puzzle and he just had that last piece.
Yeah,
and
that's
put
right.
it into a perfect match.
Yes. So I think that when I listen to the album, it's in very raw. It's a sound very raw. So is that intentional
Absolutely.
or not? It's like you play live.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, we wanted.
But did you play live on this album?
We
Pretty
did,
much,
yeah.
yes.
Totally live.
Pretty much,
Pretty
yeah.
much.
There
We
was a few overdubs, like vocals we overdubbed.
Yes.
But
We
the
did some,
instrumentation, all live, all together in the same room.
Yeah, we didn't want to do it like any trickery, any effects, anything like that. Obviously, live is what we like to do best and what we're known to do best. So that's what we wanted to capture.
I think also like Aussie pub rock and roll, which is really what we genre ourselves as, is really, it thrives on that live setting. Some things aren't meant to be perfect, and I think rock and roll is all about that.
Is there some difference between the demos before entering the studio and the final sound of the album?
A little bit. To be honest, it took us. We actually recorded the lead single, which was On the Bags Again.
Yes.
Very, very late into the process. We pretty much had everything done, and then we sort of knew we need one more good song on it, one more really good opening song.
We kind of wrote that one last minute and we really liked it, so we just recorded it very last minute with no demos or anything, just went straight into recording it, and that pretty much slowly, just right before we like announced it that we're releasing it, so very late in the game.
And it's probably the most technical song that we've written and performed together. Even now, we were all saying the other day, like, most of the songs are very, very easy to play, but on the bags again, you kind of have to think what you're doing and make sure you're doing it right.
Yes, exactly.
And I like that. I feel like we're starting to develop a bit as a band.
So I think just the minimal songwriting stuff changed from the earlier demos, but the sound is always just us through cranked amps. That's always the same.
So Veronica, how did you approach your lead work on this album? Because you have to create all the solos.
Yeah, of course. Well, obviously I really like Angus Young from AC/DC. I really like Joel O'Keefe from Airborne. I also like a lot of people like Paul Kossoff from Free and BB King and that vibrato kind of stuff. I always try to put in a lot of vibrato.
It's more blues.
A lot of blues-based stuff for sure. So I guess I just approach it to what's the kind of main sounds coming through, how can I kind of put that through the lead guitar, and how can I sort of use all my influences in a new, fresh way.
So the solos became with the music, or you have yet the ideas on your mind?
Yeah, I usually have a few initial ideas once we start doing the rhythm, and then I slowly kind of develop it and hone it in a bit more.
A lot of nights spent at 2-3 o'clock in the morning playing guitar, annoying our neighbours.
A lot of hours spent playing, yes.
Is it a collective way to write the songs, or just one of...
Well, what we generally do, especially nowadays, is we'll have one person bring in the bulk of a song.
Yes.
Whether it's the structure, the title, maybe some lyrics.
Yes.
And then we do sort of work within each other around that. So it is a very collaborative process, but there is a lot of like writing individually as well.
Like this album in particular, a lot of the riffs I actually wrote when I was like 16 and in high school.
16?
Yeah, a lot of these riffs are very old riffs that I've kind of...
Arm to the Teeth actually was written when she was 16.
Yeah, that was one of the first riffs I wrote actually.
And what, you didn't record before?
No, we just had all these ideas for like years, and we finally put them together like for this album, and we came up with a few interesting titles like Dad, I Joined a Rock and Roll Band and Bottle of Sin and this and that. And he wrote... I wrote some of the titles and choruses.
I wrote pretty much all the lyrics. But you can sort of tell by listening to the album, it's got a lot of like teenage rebellion and like blue collar sort of stuff, you know, like because that's really what we were doing and what we were experiencing at the time when we were writing this stuff.
Absolutely.
And I feel like the best songs are the ones that come from a genuine place of, you know, inside you. You know, if you're writing about something you don't really know about, then it can come across very, very fake. So I'm glad that we sort of made it as much as us as we could.
Fantastic. So do you experiment new gear on the studio or not, or you just play with the same amplifiers, the same guitars?
Pretty much. Like, obviously we'll do a bit of, you know, honing in the tone and that kind of thing, but...
Veronica's always been a Marshall girl, and she doesn't play with any pedals. She makes that very clear.
No pedals?
No.
Just Marshall?
I don't like pedals, no.
Just Marshall.
Just Marshall.
Marshall and a Gibson.
He uses pedals, and I had to make him put down his pedal board from this big to this big, because we don't like too much pedals.
Every once in a while, I'm one of those pathetic guitar players that uses them as a crutch for shoddy abilities.
You should have seen him in his last band. He had the pedal board of doom.
It was the size of a TV screen. We were like, no, this has to go.
We managed to get it down to like quite a small...
3 or 4 pedals?
Yeah, the boys at NASA were sending me threatening letters, so we had to do something about that.
So the reverb, the distortion, everything is about Marshall.
Yes. I used 2 amps on this one. I used a 1959 SLP Plexi and an old JMP, which I don't even know exactly what model it was. It was a really busted up one that the studio had. But yeah, it was really... That's the sound you're after. You just, you know, dial that in and you crank it up, and that's what it is.
It's funny, some of the older trashed amps just have a sound to them, you know, like a genuine sound.
Absolutely.
You can hear the years on them.
Exactly. It's like they've got their own experiences.
On the rhythms, a lot of the album was a modded 1987. It's a 50 watt with a master volume on it. And there's a few other songs that I tracked for them that had a 100 watt Splawn head, which is a bit more focused sounding. So that's really all the choices I made. related to. It's like, do I want it a little bit fatter sounding? You do the 50 watt. You want it more sort of chunk sounding, 100 watt. A few different guitars, but they're all kind of the same neighborhood.
Yeah, you all play with Gibson.
Yes.
Yes.
This man owns like 50 guitars. I only own one.
50 guitars?
Yeah, he's a bit of a collector.
That's a polite way of putting it. I'm like a kleptomaniac.
And you came here in France with two guitars, one?
Just two,
He actually bought a new one just for this tour.
Yes.
No joke.
Are you trying
Any
to tell me that's
excuse.
not a good excuse?
So let's talk about the lyrics of the songs.
Sure.
Who wrote the lyrics?
Pretty much 90 to 95% of them were written by me.
What are the main topics?
I write a lot of the like titles and choruses, and he writes everything
We're
else.
collaborative around the themes and the titles, but generally speaking, we'll have either, if it's a title or a theme, I'll just go away and write some lyrics and bring them in, and I'll start slowly working over them a little bit, changing bits and pieces.
So you write before the lyrics before the music or before the music?
Not generally. Generally, we do have the music written first.
The music before, yeah.
Only just recently, we're obviously writing for some more albums down the line, and I have started writing lyrics before writing any music, but only very recently. We generally have a very good like idea of the song, and then we sort of talk about, all right, this song sort of feels this way, it feels this way. I'd like to do this with it, and that's generally where the lyrics will come from. And like I said, it's always from a genuine place in my heart. I don't like writing about stuff I don't know.
So personal experience, for example?
Exactly, yeah. I believe Alice Cooper said, it's great if you write a song about your love and being in love, but I want to hear about your experience being in love. And I've really taken that on board, rather than just, writing about open-ended themes and open things. Although there is a bit of mysticism behind it, I don't want to say exactly what I'm putting forward, but it is coming from a genuine place.
Everyone can find this interpretation, his own interpretation.
Exactly,
Yes,
exactly.
So now you have to play. You play yesterday in Germany,
Yes.
today in France. So, is there? Do you change something playing live? Is the song sounds different from the album? If you compare the album and the live,
Maybe a little bit, just because we do, obviously, when you're touring multiple cities and multiple dates, it can be quite tiring on the voice.
Oh yes.
So obviously sometimes there is things where we have to sort of make it either a little bit easier or a little bit like what would be the word?
Like we tune down to help you.
Yeah. So sometimes we tune down half a step.
Sometimes you tune.
The songs are mostly the same, but
It's just because
It makes it quite a lot easier to sing, but it also makes it sound quite fat. So when you're playing live, it gives it that real big
absolutely.
freight train energy.
And you sing every day.
Yes.
So the voice.
It does eventually, take its toll, but I have a very good singing coach, and I've been working with him for about a year now.
Oh, okay.
And he's very, very well up in the industry in Australia and helped me with a lot of things.
We do often add a lot of extended sections, extra solos, extra surprises and things in the set too that you won't hear on the album. So we're always adding new things like that. So
yes, I saw some videos about your Japan tour.
Yes.
In a small clubs. I think it's more. There's a lot of energy,
very grungy, very rock and roll.
I really enjoy shows like that because you get the personal touch. You can smell the audience.
Yes, absolutely.
And they can smell you.
Yes.
More concerning.
Yes, but there's a lot of people here that can hear your music.
Yeah, exactly. There's pluses and minuses to everything. Like those little Japanese shows, it's great to sort of get the personal touch, but at the same time, you got to do a lot of walking and a lot of train rides to get to and from those. You can't really do a van around Japan at that level. So.
Quite a funny story about Japan. On the last tour, 3 shows in, I dislocated my shoulder on stage.
Oh.
And we still had 5 more shows to do after that. And I didn't have a chance to go to a doctor because they wanted me to pay excess and I didn't have the money. So I did all of those shows with pretty much a dislocated shoulder. It happened 3 songs into a show and I turned to Veronica and she just pops it straight back in. I've never dislocated my shoulder before. It was the worst pain I've ever been in my entire life. But we we really tuck it down. And I got to admit, those last 3 shows were some of the best shows we've ever played.
Yeah.
100%. I really felt the energy those nights, and it was an absolutely insane experience.
How many shows you played in Japan?
9 shows.
Generally
9
around
shows.
8 to 9 every time we go, and we've done 3 tours there now.
Oh yes, great. So is there a particular song that works very well live? Yesterday you play in Germany. Is there one song that?
Yeah, definitely Arm to the Teeth.
Arm
I
to the
think.
Teeth for
we
sure.
really
Yes.
pull out the stops with
Obviously,
that one.
as well, the new single, the lead single,
Yes.
On the Bags Again, it's got such a catchy chorus, and it's got such a big energy to begin with. I think those 2 songs are the biggest highlights of our
Yeah, we
set.
had a few people crowd surf when we played that one yesterday.
And like I was saying with Arm to the Teeth, it was just when people started, everyone was clapping along to that first riff, and it was magical. It was, I can't explain it. It was the most purest joy I've ever felt in my entire life.
Except the smell of the of the crowd, is there? I think it's different to play in the small clubs than playing in a big venue like this.
Yep.
So, do you change something about the space on the stage?
We can definitely run around a bit more.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is
These
good.
2 love to run around and you know, mess with each other in the sets, which is always a bit of fun.
Yes.
They both have wireless.
And we still like to have that audience connection. I still try and go out into the crowd a little bit. I
yes.
can't go as much as I would in a small venue. I can't go all the way to the back because that would
In
take.
the crowd?
Yes, I can't go all the way to the back like in a small venue because it would take me 3 hours to walk all the way to the back. But I try to walk towards the front and try to stand on the barricade and get in a little bit. So.
Like Joel.
Yes,
do.
yes.
Blake is also getting very well known for letting the audience play the last few chords on his guitar.
Yes.
Which is always a great moment for any fans and him.
So we still try to get that audience participation regardless of the size of the venue for sure, whatever we can do.
We also we do special limited edition picks on every tour that we just give away. So anytime we have a good interaction with a fan, we'll give them a little special giveaway, and that's been a very special moment, even at these big shows.
Okay. Is there a difference between the Australian crowd and the European crowd?
Yes.
Tell us more about it.
Okay,
I like the European crowds.
Yeah, the European crowds seem to like us as well.
Yeah, Australia's they can be very standoffish. They can be very
Unless they're very drunk.
unless they're very drunk. You have to win them over every time you play, even if you've been playing for 8 years. Whereas we found here in Europe and Germany,
They're very nice,
it's
very
somewhat
crazy.
similar for the first 2 songs. You kind of have to win them over, but once you win them over, you've got fans for life.
Yes, people
Sydney
have been
fans are very hard to impress.
Very hard to impress.
Yeah.
But people here have been very nice, very crazy.
Yes.
Like we said, we had our first crowd surfer yesterday, which was very fun.
And you met after the concert. You met.
Yes, for sure.
We've been spending a lot of time and making sure to really go straight to the merch booth, talk to as many people as we can, give out as many
Sign
autographs,
stuff, take photos,
take as many
whatever people
photos.
want.
It's the most important part I'm finding because it really gives a good connection from the fans to us. And just makes them realize, we're just a little band from Australia, really. No one really knows us, but now they do.
Yes, but AC/DC began in the 70s, but they're now very famous. Airborne begin also, and then they're famous. So
Exactly.
one day you will be.
It's a very nice experience to have.
Yes, it's been very
For
lovely
them and
meeting
for
everyone.
us, I've been really enjoying talking to people about it.
Fantastic. So we love a lot the album. I will review it personally in a few days.
Thank you so much.
So where I can send you the link of the review.
Yep.
You have an Instagram. You have
Yes, we
Yeah,
do.
you either Instagram or email, whatever you like.
Okay.
I can
Our
give it to
social
you.
handle is at Avalanche Band Rock.
Okay. Yes.
So all across Facebook, Instagram,
Okay.
YouTube.
I will send you the review of.
No
It will probably be one of the album of the month because every month we have 5-6 album of the month.
Great, thank you.
And this in March it will be the album of the month in our media. We love a lot.
That's
that-
so amazing. Thank you so much for the
Thank you so
support.
much. And hope you. Unfortunately, tonight I can't be there.
No.
So I will see you live. Sorry, but I have some plans.
That's all right, no worries.
You'll get some videos, I'm sure.
But I hope to see you live if you want to. You could.
Yeah,
you
we
will
are looking
come back.
to come back as soon as we possibly can.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.